Hello and welcome to my 11 plus exam videos. These are some of the questions I've picked up from a mathematics specimen paper. So let's get started. The first question is, I think of a number, I multiply my number by 9 and add 5 to the result. The answer is 50. What is my number? So again, let us, as we have done in other videos, as you may have watched, we assume the number is a letter in X, Y, Z or something, and then try and solve for it, form an equation and try to solve it. I think it's the easiest way to find out what the number is. Okay, so let us do, I think of a number, so let me assume my number is X. So I multiply by number by 9 and add 5 to the result. So if you multiply 9 with X, you get 9X, and then I add 5 to the result. So let me add 5 to it, and my answer is 50. And so 9 is solving for X, we will get 9X equal to 45. So X equals that equals 5. So the answer is 5. Okay, the next question. Sholto has 40 helium balloons. Some of the balloons are red, some blue, and some green. There are 3 times as many green balloons as there are red balloons, and there are twice as many blue balloons as there are green balloons. How many balloons are blue? Okay, so once more we will do our algebraic equation. So we will say we have the colors as R, that's red, and blue, and some balloons are green. Okay, so the total of all of these is 40. So R plus B plus G is 40. Okay, now there are 3 times as many green balloons as there are red balloons. So 3 times as many green balloons as there are red balloons. What this means is G equal to 3 times R. Okay, so this is my 1, this is my 2. Next they're saying there are twice as many blue balloons as there are green balloons. So blue is twice of green. Okay, so that is my third equation. So if we now find G equals 3R and blue equals 2G, so blue equals 2 times 3R, because I am using 2 in 3. Hope it's clear. So then we get blue equals 3 times 2, that is 6R. So we have expressed G and B in terms of R. So we will put this all in equation 1. So if we using these in equation 1, we will get, so we have red color, red remains as it is, then blue we have 6R, plus we have green is 3R, 3R equals 40. So or we get 6 plus 3 9 and 1 is 10R equals 40. So R is 4. So if R is 4, then blue equals 6 times 4 is 24, and green is 3 times 4 equals 12. So 24 plus 4 is 28, plus 12 is 40. So we only have to find blue. We didn't need to do all that, but I did it nevertheless just to go check. So blue is 24. So how many balloons are blue? So there are 24 balloons that are blue. Okay. The next question is, here is a balanced mobile. Put the numbers in the circles to make this one balance. So if you look at this question, I think what you can see very clearly is the numbers on the left side have to be equal to the numbers on the right side. So numbers on the left side, 8 and 3, 11, and you have 5, 3, 8, 2, 10, and 1, 11. And again, 2 and 1 is 3. So all the numbers on the left has to be equal to the numbers on the right. Now if we go to the question, they have asked us put the numbers in circles to make this one balance. So we have 20 here. So we need to have another 20 here. Otherwise it won't balance. It's the right side, isn't it? So we need to have a 20 here. Anyway, that's a must. Now then, how will we get to this 20? So we can add another 10 and another 10. So we are doing 10, 10, that's 20. Yeah, so the left side is also 20. The right side is also 20. So 20 and 20 is 40. So I think this is how we are going to do it. So I hope it's clear, because it is balancing, isn't it? If you look at it again, we have 40 on the right side now, and we have 40 on the left side. So this is your left side, and this is again your right. So within the left you have a left and a right, and a little left and a right. So this arm has to be 20. So there are 2 arms, and then each arm has another 2 arms. So that's what's going on here. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So the answer is, this is going to be 40, this is 20, and this is 10 and 10. Okay, next question. A, B, C are numbers. The mean of A and B is 40. The mean of B and C is 35. All 3 numbers add up to 100. What are A, B, and C? Okay, so I will again use my favorite methods. Please bear in mind, you can solve a question using any method you like, get to the answer. But so please, you're welcome to try out any other methods. But this is my way of doing it. I find it easier this way, and I keep telling the children that this is how you have to do it. So let's let's get going. So we have A, B, C are the numbers. The mean of A and B is 40. So we have mean, I know, is the, if you have to find the mean of 2 numbers, you add the 2 numbers and divide them by 2. So A plus B, the whole thing divided by 2 is 40. Okay, so we get A plus B equals 80. Okay, so we can put it as 1, and again B plus C by 2 is 35. So we get B plus C equals 70. Okay, so this is my 2. Now we can express 1 in terms of other. Okay, so all 3 numbers add up to 100. So A plus B plus C equals 100. So from here we can say that if we use what is B, so we get B equals 80 minus A, and from here we get C equals 70 minus B. Yeah, so that is C, and now then I have expressed in terms, no, this is not what I can do, my apologies. So this should be, so I have expressed C in terms of B, so I have to express A in terms of B. So I should write A equals 80 minus B. You see what I'm doing, and how and I can make so many mistakes. So C equals 70 minus B, and A equals 80 minus B. So if we use these in equation 3, we should get, instead of A, instead of A, I write A as it is, and then I write plus B. No, sorry, what am I doing, sorry. So A is 80 minus B, so let me write 80 minus B, and then plus B, it remains as it is, plus C is 70 minus B equals 100. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, or okay, this is continuing from 3. Okay, so minus B plus B cancel each other out, and 80 plus 70, so we get 80 plus 70 is 150. Yes, 150 minus 100 equals B, because B goes to the right hand side and 100 comes to the left hand side. So we get 50 equals B. So if B is 50, then A is 80 minus 50, 30, and C equals 70 minus 50, that's 20. Okay, so A is 30, B is 50, and C is 20. So 50 plus 20 plus 30 is 100. Okay, the next question is, my next question is this. Okay, the chart shows the number of goals scored in a season by 4 teams: shooters, kickers, stormers, raiders. One ball represents 10 goals. How many goals are scored altogether? So if one ball represents 10 goals, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 10. This is 40. This is 20. This is 15. 10 plus 5. This is 25. Okay, then what is the total? How many goals were scored altogether? It's 40 plus 20 plus 15 plus 25. 40 plus 20 is 60. 60 plus 15 is 75. Plus 25 is 100. We have 100 goals. How many more goals were scored by shooters and the raiders? So shooters had 40, raiders had 25. That would be 40 minus 25, 25, 35, 40. That is 15 goals more. Is that clear? I think it is. Next one. Okay. 240 passengers boarded a train in Birmingham. The pie chart shows the percentage of the passengers who traveled to Shrewsbury, Welshpool, Ludlow, Chester, and Telford. Okay, so how will we do it? So pie chart shows the percentage. Yes, it does. But they have given us the angles. Okay, so how will we do it? Now we know that the angles, the total angle is 360 degrees. So 120 degrees is to express as a fraction, 120 out of 360. So there are 240 passengers, and mind you, we don't have to do all. We just have to do Welshpool, Ludlow, and Chester. So let us do Welshpool. So LSHPOOL. Welshpool equals, what should Welshpool be? 90. 90 out of 360 multiplied by 240. We have to find the number of passengers. So 90 times 4 is 360. 4 times 60 is 240. That's 60. So I will write 60 here. Next is Ludlow. In Ludlow, where is Ludlow? This is Welshpool. This is Ludlow is 60. So Ludlow, Ludlow equals 60 out of 360 multiplied by 240 equal to 60 times 6. Okay, S, and 6 times 40. So it is 40. Please check my maths. In case I go wrong or you don't agree, please do leave a comment. 60 divided by 360 is, yes, that's right, isn't it? It's 60 times 6 is 360. And then I am again doing, we have 6 here and 240 here. 6 times 40 is 240. Yeah, so that's what it is. So I should write here 40. And then I have Chester. Chester equals, yeah, where is Chester? Chester is 54. So it is 54 divided by 360. So my equals should sit in properly. Excuse my writing. I know it's not the best. It's probably one of the worst writings you see on YouTube, but I'm trying very hard, and I think you can understand what I'm talking about, and I think these questions you do follow. If you have any problems, please do make a comment, good or bad, I don't mind. Chester is 54 out of 360 multiplied by 240, so that is equal to, now 9 times 6 is 54, 9 times 40, so I get 60. 40 times 6 is 240, 9 times 6 is 54, so I will get 54. I hope I'm right. 54 divided by 360, 9, and then yeah, looks correct. Next one, then we have this one. Okay, so in this fence, posts are all the same width as each other. The gaps are all the same width as each other too. How wide is each gap? Right, how am I going to answer this? So again, we don't know what the gap is. We don't know what the width of the post is. Okay, so the gap and post. So let me make it easier for me to solve by assuming gap is G and post equals P. So if gap is G and post is P, we should have, now we know that this length is 57. So what is this 57? 57 is post plus gap, one post plus one gap. So P plus G equals 57. 1. The next one is 131. What does 131 include? It includes one post, two posts, three posts, and one gap, two gaps. So then 3P plus 2G equals 131. That's my second equation. So if I express one in terms of the other, so from here I can get P equals 57 minus G. And using that, P equals 57 minus G in number 2, I can get 3 times 57 minus G, yeah, plus 2G equals 131, or 3 times 57 is 7 times 3 is 21, 1 and 2, 3 times 5 is 15 and 2 is 17, minus 3G plus 2G equals 131, or 171 minus 131 equals G. We take G to the right hand side of the equals, bring 131 to the left side with a minus sign. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 7 minus 3 is 4. Okay, equals G. So that is 40. So my gap is 40 centimeter. Okay, next question is Okay, this is a question about reflecting the shapes. Now, please bear in mind the line they have given us, the dotted line, is a diagonal line. It is not a straight line. So what will happen is the image is going to turn. The reflection will be like a sideways rectangle. It's like the whole image has turned by 90 degrees clockwise. That is what has happened. Please feel free to check with a mirror if you have any doubts, and you will see that is true. So we have this as 1 point, so we will mark the end points first, and then I have this as the other point, because this is 1 square from the line, from the diagonal, from where the mirror line is, and then so it's 1 here, so it's going to be just 1 down, because it's something like this that happens. If you see what I mean what I'm trying to say, so it's like a line down. So, and then how many squares does the triangle go? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be the point. So I have to draw a line joining these points. My line is not at all straight, but yours is going to be, because you will use a ruler. I have no way of using a ruler here. So this is my triangle. So if I can make it blue, I can make it blue. So this is my triangle. This is the triangle. So you have to make it a straight line. My lines look untidy, but I think I have got the point across. So this is how the triangle will look. Okay, it is not going to be any other way, and this is how it is. So we have to we need a bit of I think practice here to do questions like this, so we know exactly how to turn these images, because the lines can come anyway. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, so the next question is another one about these lines, and shade the smallest number of squares so that the 2 dotted lines become lines of symmetry, mirror lines of the completed diagram. So I think this is a tough question. I think a lot of you might find it very easy, which is great, but I think it's a bit tough. So how the way to do this is, we have to again look. So if this is here, there will be something here. Now that much we can say very easily, that there's going to be one shaded here. Again, if this is shaded, this corner will be shaded. So okay, this corner will be shaded. Now next one, we have 2 here. So as they are lying sideways, it's like moving this by 90 degrees. So they are going to take 2 squares from moving from the edge. So again, you will have 2 squares standing up, 2 squares lying down. So this is what it is gonna be. So 2 squares lying down is this. Next is what happens to, so this will be blank. This will be blank. This is nothing here. So what happens to this? What happens to this one? This one will come here. So this is going to be reflected here. There are lots of reflections going on, and this one will again come here. And this will again stand up. Yeah. No, it won't stand up. No, it won't stand up. It will lie down here. It will again lie down here, because this and this, if this is the thing, yes, see 1 2 3 1, if I may. So I will use the other pencil. So you see this, look at the patterns that are forming. Let me use the red. So it's this and this. So this and this, you can see this, there's one here, and yeah, so there's one here. Okay, so it also will be here. Missed it. So this one I think is a bit tricky. So then now look at what's happening. We have one, this one, we have this, this, this. So these are the what you have to shade. So this is how it's going to get done. Okay, so the next one is a cube is unfolded so that its faces form the shape shown below. When the cube is folded up, the numbers on opposite sides add up to 10. What are the missing numbers? Okay, so let me draw the cube. It's going to be a rough drawing, not a very good looking one, but it will try to look like a cube. So this is my cube, and okay, so what is the number on the top? That means not the color. So if I say that my number on the top is 8, 8 is my number on the top. So the next will be 5 and the bottom will be A. So 8 and A are the opposites. 5 is the right side. Okay. 8, 5, A. Then the other side, if I pick a purple for this side, for this side, that is going to be 3. And beside 3, you will have 7. Not beside 3, on the opposite, isn't it? Because 8, 3, 8, 7. So 3, 8. So the front face is going to be 7. So if I put a sort of a highlight, so this, the front one will be 7. Okay, the front face is 7, and the face opposite to 5 will be B. Is that correct? The face opposite to 5 is going to be B. So it's this face that's going to be B. So that's my B. So 5 and B. And 8 and A are opposite, 5 and B, and 7 and 3. So 7 is this face. Sorry, 3 is this face, 5 is the front face. Okay, I think you get it. That's the way I'm going to draw I'm going to put the numbers on the cube. So they are saying the numbers on the opposite face add up to 10. So 7 and 3 have to be opposite, and that's the clue. So that it has to be 10. So 7 and 3 are 10. 8 plus A is 10. So A is 2, and B plus 5 is 10. So B equals 5. So A is 2, B is 5. Okay, that's how we do it. The next question is, here is a sequence of patterns. How many triangles are there in the pattern with 3 rectangles? Okay, now how many triangles? We have to find the number of triangles with 3 rectangles. So where there are 3 rectangles, 1 2 3 rectangles. So for this one, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we have 8 triangles. Okay, with 3 rectangles. How many triangles would be there in a pattern with 5 rectangles? So we have to find the number of rectangles. So let us start from 1. 1 rectangle means 4 triangles. So let us write 1 rectangle means 4 triangles. So if I write, I could also do the shape triangle. So one rectangle is four triangles. 2 rectangle means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. Okay, so there's a +2. 3 rectangles means 8 triangle +2. So they're saying 5 rectangles. How many triangles? Just do 4 rectangle means 10 triangles. 5 rectangle means 12 triangles. It will be 12. 10 means 14, 11. No. What am I writing? I've gone mad. So, no. 5 means 12. So you see it's going +2. Please keep checking. Please keep checking. Boys and girls, parents, keep checking if you're watching. So 5 is 12. 6 is 14. 7 is 16. 8 is 18. So it's 4, 6, 8. So it's adding to all even numbers. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 is 9, 10 is 22. There are other ways of doing it. You can form a series and do it, okay? Now, so then if it is 10, it's 22 triangles. Right, now they have said the next thing, they have now changed sides. It's not fair to us, but they have changed sides, and now they're saying how many rectangles would be there in a pattern with 34 triangles. So how many rectangles would be there? Now this pattern they're saying is 34 triangles. So it's 22 here. You have to continue to 34. So it is, I can continue straight away. Okay, so 24, 26, 28, 30, then I'll draw a line, then 32, then 34. Okay, so 10 is 22, 11 is 24, 12 is 26, 13, 28, 14 is 30. Okay, then we will have 15 is 32, 16 is 34. So the answer is 16. So there would be 16 triangles, 16 rectangles, sorry. So there would be 16 rectangles in a pattern with 34 triangles. So mind you, these are rectangles and this is a triangle, this is a triangle, these are rectangles. Okay, so I've just stopped doing. So this is continuing. So these are all triangles. So that is it. I'm just increment by 2. Okay, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. So 15 rectangles will have 32 and 16 will have 34. You can also do it by trying to form a series and solving for it. You can do all the fancy stuff, but this is this is, I thought, is easy to explain. Okay, I can do the series, but that's for a later problem we'll do for other questions. So the next one, okay, so let me move on to the next one. Write the next number in each of the lists below. So what is going to be the next number? 3, 7, 3, 7, 11. 3 plus 4, 7, 7 and 4, 11. So we are doing +4, +4, +4, +4. +4 is 23. So that's your answer. Okay, so that's your answer. 19 plus 4 is 23. The next one again, 4 plus, they are adding 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 plus 11 is 36. 36 plus 13 is 36 plus 13. 36 plus 13 should give you 949. What did I do? But I got the right answer. You know what this is? This is also 2 square. This is 3 square. This is also 4 square. This is 5 square. This is 6 square. And this should be 7 square. So it's a square of numbers. 2, 3 squared numbers. 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square. Or, you know. So, but 49 is the answer. Okay, so it has to be 49. Okay, so next one. Let me go on to the next one. So 23 minus, this is going down. So 23 minus 19 plus 4 is 23. So it's minus 4, isn't it? 19, yes, 23 minus 4, then minus 5. No, 19 minus 6. 13 plus 6 minus 6, then minus 8. 13 minus 8 is 5. 5 minus 10 is minus 5. So 4, 6, 8, 10. Next will be minus 12 is minus 17. Okay, so that's what the answer is. Next one. Okay, this one. In this addition sum, A and B. So A and B stand for digits, right? Okay. Now let's do some thinking with this one. So A plus 2 equals B. 5 plus B equals 4. 3 plus A equals 1. 8 plus something equals B. Now let us give it a bit of a thought. And if we have thought about it, we will soon realize that B cannot be less than 8. So B is either greater than or equal to 8. Right, if B is greater than or equal to 8, then A plus 2 has to be greater than or equal to 8. So A has to be greater than or equal to 6. So this is our starting point, right? So if A is greater than or equal to 6, let us say A is 6, assume. So we say assume A equals 6. So if A equals 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay, that's great. But then 5 plus 8 is not 14. 5 plus 8 is 13. So A should be 7. If A is 7 and B is 9, is not working. If A is 7 and B is 9, what do we get? We get 7 plus 2 is 9, B plus 9, because B is 9, so 5 plus 9 is 14. We have 4, 1 gets carried over, plus 3 is 4, plus 7 is 11, 1 and 1 plus 8 is 9. So we get A is 7, B is 9, and that is the correct answer. A is 7 and B is 9. Okay, so I hope this helps. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you find the videos useful. Thank you. Bye.